study and research Kogan grass, we go to the published literature called peer-reviewed literature. And this is the first step of research. I have my question to try and find out, where did Kogan grass come from and where is it now? So I started by looking in the journals and found out that it has been documented to be introduced twice, once into the state of Mississippi and once into the state of Alabama, both of those from differing countries in Asia. However, this has never been tested before to determine if what was said in the literature is true. So we use the genetics to try and figure out what happened 100 years ago and whether what is published is actually accurate. In weed organisms, there's a lot of anecdotal research. Old farmers and landowners, they tell you all sorts of stories about how long the plants have been here and how quickly they've moved. Well, without genetics, we can't verify any of that information. So we use genetic markers to try and figure out, has it really been introduced twice? And if so, from where? There are three major steps to be able to start studying this question. The first step is I go out into the field and I start collecting individual leaf tissues of Kogan grass. And I collected these from the states of Mississippi and Alabama. And I collected several individuals from many populations to try and get a good snapshot of what is happening in the genetics in these states. The second step after collecting the tissues in the field is I have to extract their DNA and conduct PCR, which is called a polymerase chain reaction. And this can vary depending on your genetic marker. So, traits that are expressed, such as the way we look, the way we talk, and the way we behave, is called a phenotype. Just like all organisms, plants also have a phenotype: how big they grow, when they grow, and how many seeds they can produce. And these are all ruled by the genes, which we call the genotype. Therefore, we try to study phenotype by genotype and to see if those are related. Mendel is the one who figured out that phenotype is ruled by genotype, and he did this by growing pea plants in a garden. He found that some flowers were white and some flowers were red, and if you mix them together, then you get pink flowers. And this is the basics of Mendelian inheritance. So if you want to study genetics, then you can try and figure things out by seeing if something grows differently than something else that looks really similar. So you could take a pea plant and another pea plant that have two different shaped leaves and see if their offspring are going to be different or in the middle.
Visit the Natural Enquirer website for more information. There you can learn more about planning to test your own question.